guys, now let's imagine you're thinking about joining Jiu-Jitsu. You have never done Jiu-Jitsu before and you're thinking about joining. Or guys, also you already started Jiu-Jitsu, but you started Jiu-Jitsu and you're not enjoying so much and etc. So guys, I always say that don't judge what Jiu-Jitsu is because the class you are having. There is a chance you had the bad luck to pick a bad place to start Jiu-Jitsu and now you're not enjoying Jiu-Jitsu so much. And also, if you have never done Jiu-Jitsu before, that's the opportunity to learn and to find the good school right away. So guys, nowadays the sport's growing a lot. Everywhere you go, there are Jiu-Jitsu, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu schools everywhere. And like if you go to California, for example, almost every corner you find a Jiu-Jitsu school. But you gotta make sure you start in a good Jiu-Jitsu school. So guys, how would I judge if one Jiu-Jitsu school is good or not? There are a few facts that I would consider. I believe like the most important fact, make sure it's a friendly environment, okay? So you're starting Jiu-Jitsu, you are kind of scared, you don't know what you're gonna expect and this and that, and then you're gonna show up for a class. If your instructor, maybe he's not even that good, but he's very friendly, he's very respectful, you know that he has a good reputation, you might end up enjoying because this sport is awesome. So even if he doesn't teach in the right way, you might end up enjoying because it's an awesome sport, it's an awesome martial arts, and for sure you're gonna engage with it and you're gonna love it. So I would say like the most important thing, make sure your instructor is very friendly, very respectful, and has a good reputation, okay? Guys, second thing, try to figure out if how the instructor teach the class. You know, like it's very common to go to a Jiu-Jitsu school and the instructor is kind of lazy and he's like, guys, let's do 10 sweeps from close guard. Now let's do 10 guard pass. And he pretty much doesn't teach you. Okay, he just asks you to do stuff, he kind of doesn't show, and or he always shows the same thing. So it's cool if this, not gonna say it's cool, it's good if the school follows some curriculum. Or at least if the instructor has a process of teaching. For example, on my school, for example, I follow a curriculum, okay, for the beginners class, and for the advanced class, I have my own system. You know, I kind of split by subjects. So, for example, this week I'm only going to teach about butterfly guard passing. This week I'm only going to teach about mount submissions. So I try to follow up class by class. So if I taught mounts attacks today, probably tomorrow I'm going to teach mount attacks again, and probably 2 days later I'm going to teach mount attacks again, and I'm going to create that sequence of moves to make it easier for the student to learn. So that's kind of like how my own system works. And for the beginners class, I have a curriculum. And that curriculum is going to be very important because then we know how the beginners are learning on our school. So you know when they go to the next level, what they can expect. So second thing, make sure the instructor has a process of teaching or a curriculum, okay? Third thing, make sure that the schedule makes sense, okay? When I mean that the schedule makes sense, it's like, check if the school has a beginner's class. I don't agree with schools that doesn't have a beginner's class. I don't think you, as a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu beginner, should be training right away with someone who does Jiu-Jitsu for 1 or 2 years and you guys are both learning the same techniques. So I think you should be training in the beginner's class. So recap here, make sure the instructor is friendly, has a good reputation, and is respectful, and the environment's friendly as well. Not only the instructor, but also the students and this and that. Second thing, make sure that the school has a process of teaching or curriculum or something like that. Third thing, make sure that the schedule makes sense. They have class for beginners, they have class for advanced, or maybe even class for intermediate or anything like that. Guys, fourth thing, make sure the school is clean. You want to train a place that's clean. You don't want to get a ton of bacteria on your body. Jiu-Jitsu is a very engaging sport. You're going to roll with other people. So you gotta make sure that the visual practitioners of that school are clean, that the school is clean, that people clean the mat, that the students come with a clean gi and something like that. And yeah, if I had to point something, I would say like those 4 things might be the most important thing. Good instructors with good reputation, they are respectful, the environment is very friendly, the school has good techniques, of course, and they have good system to teach you, or a good curriculum or something like that. Also, like, make sure that the schedule makes sense. They have class for beginners, class for advanced. Then make sure that the school is clean. I think if they have those 4 things, it doesn't even matter so much how good is the instructor if he fights well. You are there for learning, like, as long as he has great techniques and great system of teaching and he's friendly and this and that, and you have those 4 steps, that's the thing. And guys, again, please, if you start Jiu-Jitsu, you're not enjoying, don't judge Jiu-Jitsu by that. Find another school. Check it out another school. See if you're going to enjoy over there. There's a chance that that school is not a good fit for you. So keep that in mind, because I see many people giving up Jiu-Jitsu, and unfortunately it was because they started in a bad Jiu-Jitsu school and now they think that Jiu-Jitsu sucks. So, and it's not. It's not. It's one of the, I think it's probably the individual sport which is growing the most around the world, and it's crazy how much it's growing. Like everywhere I go, I see people who do Jiu-Jitsu, people recognize me and that kind of stuff. So it's an amazing thing. So keep that in mind. Guys, now I'm going to talk here about how the Jiu-Jitsu classes are normally structured. So it's very important for you to know that, because maybe if you're about to start Jiu-Jitsu, you kind of know what you're going to expect, you kind of know already what you're going to expect. And also like, if you have already started Jiu-Jitsu, it's kind of a good way to measure like the class you were having, you know. So guys, let's say like one class of 1 hour, for example, like 1 hour class, how it should be. So first thing I would say is like, as I said earlier, you should train a place that has the beginner's class and at least advanced class. If it's all mixed, it's a red flag, okay? And if there is beginner's class and if there is advanced class, let's talk more about like the overall class. Guys, normal Jiu-Jitsu classes are split in like, if it's 1 hour, I would say like 5 to 15 minutes, but more like 10 minutes warm up. So first, normally the instructor is going to make sure that everybody's warm up to avoid injuries and to make sure you're in the mood to do the exercise. So I would say like 10 minutes warm up. Then if it's like advanced class, I would say like 20 to 25 to 30 minutes techniques, and maybe like last 20 or 30 minutes the sparrings, okay? Guys, the warm-ups can be done in very different ways. Can be done like with the basic solo moves that we did in this video, or if drills, or if exercise, push-ups, jumping jacks, that kind of stuff. So there are different ways that the warm-up can be done. The techniques can be taught in different ways, okay? One day you can work guard passing, the other day you can work sweeps, or maybe you can do a mix of everything. You can also work self-defense inside the techniques and that kind of stuff. And these sparrings can be done in different ways as well. You can do regular sparring starting standing. You can do regular sparring starting from the knees. You can do specific trainings that you start from the back, you start from the mount, you start from the side control. You can do type of trainings that whoever scored the first wins or gets submission, then the person who wants to get out, the other person comes in. So there are different types of classes. Beginners class, there are different types of beginners class as well. There are schools that beginners class, there's no sparrings at all. Okay, there's only like specific trainings or sometimes nothing. Okay, which I agree. I mean, I don't agree and don't disagree, to be honest. There are different ways. I'm gonna tell you here how I do on my school. On my school, I have the beginners class, and the beginners class, I have like it's for like 0 to 2 stripes. Okay, who has 0 stripes doesn't do the specific training. And in the beginners class, we only have specific training. Start from side control, start from the mount, start from the back. And who has less than 1 stripe, who just got started, has 0 stripes, don't do the specific training. They watch that part of the training, which is normally like 10-15 minutes. So they only do the warm-up, they do the techniques. Who already have 1 stripe or 2, then they do the warm-up, the techniques, and the specific training. And once they got 2 stripes, they can join the advanced class as well. And this and that. So I just want to give you an overview of how the Jiu-Jitsu classes are structured, and I hope that helps you to understand it a little better. Guys, now to finish here, I just want to give you like one overview of the rolling part of Jiu-Jitsu, of the sparrings, of the live. And you're gonna understand why Jiu-Jitsu is so amazing and so engaging. And you're gonna understand why it's very low chance that you can get hurt. And you're gonna understand why most of the people who practice Jiu-Jitsu, believe it or not, are like over 30 years old. And you're gonna understand why. It's because of very soft martial arts. And at the same time, it's very rough too, right? You use your body as well, but it's soft. You don't get hurt, and it's very fun. And it's very common that I see people start rolling, start doing sparrings, and they don't know what to do. And nobody told them what to do. So I want to give you this idea as well. So guys, most of the Jiu-Jitsu schools that I know, the sparrings starts from the knees. Why do they do that? As we talked earlier, to avoid chances of getting hurt. Okay, we want to avoid chances of people getting hurt. So instead of start standing, we start on the knees. So let's see that. So let's imagine that I'm gonna do a spar with Kyle here, right? So someone's gonna put the time, oh, it's 5 minutes round. So normally I shake Kyle's hands, or we do like this type of shaking here, or you just shake, and then we start rolling. So guys, how it starts, normally from the knees, for example, someone is gonna pull guard. That's normal what happens. Or maybe they will try to do some type of like takedowns, like it's not even like a takedown, but just move the person like this and stay on top and that kind of stuff. So guys, I'm gonna kind of narrate what's going on here. So look, I'm fighting against Kyle here, and from here I'm gonna try to pass his guard. So Kyle is gonna do his best to play his guard here, and I'm gonna try to figure out a way to pass his guard. So I'm gonna work on my favorite pass, for example, the over-under pass. So I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna get rid of Kyle's legs, and I'm gonna get his side control. Once I got his Kyle's side control, now normally I'm gonna see what's going on here. I'm gonna see what's the opportunity I have, and I'm gonna try to attack some submission or go into the mounts. But Kyle probably is gonna try to recover the guard. So he went there, and boom, he recovered the guard again. So guys, as soon as he recovers the guard, he's gonna try to sweep me. So he's gonna try to sweep me, and I'm gonna work here to pass the guard, and it's a fight. I'm seeing what grips he has. And I'm thinking here what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna try to pass his guard again. And look, I got rid of his leg and I passed his guard. As soon as I passed his guard, I saw the opportunity to go to the mount, so I'm gonna go to the mount. When I'm on the mount, I want to attack some submission maybe, but he's closing himself very well, and then he's gonna work his escapes, and he's gonna get on top. Boom. So look at that, guys, I was on top, and now I'm on bottom. And I'm gonna try to attack something here. I'm gonna play my guard. I'm gonna go for a sweep again. Kyle is gonna recover his guard before I get the mount. And he's gonna try to sweep me. And he went there, he got a sweep. And I'm gonna recover the guard. And I saw the chance to go for the triangle. And this is a submission hold, guys. So now Kyle is going to try to escape from the triangle, escape from the triangle, escape from the triangle, and boom, I made him tap. So I won the row. And then we're going to probably shake hands and go again. So guys, I just did a flow here, right? So I did like very like a slow motion, talking about what's going on. But normally, that's not what happens. Normally, like, Kyle goes 100% against me, and I go 100% against him. So I'm gonna do like a 2 minutes row here, Kyle, like going 100%, just so you guys have some idea of how is that. And you guys, you'll probably be able to see like on our face that we're kind of going hard. So I'm just gonna go like very quick thing here, just so you guys have some understanding of what's going on. So there you go, Kyle. Nossa. So guys, you guys can pretty much see that I was the entire road trying to get rid of his legs, and he was using like his legs to try to catch me with some trap, or try to revert me and get on top. And I was trying to pass his guard, and guys, that was like 1 minute row or two. Like, look how he is. Look how I am breathing kind of hard here, but we're both healthy. Nobody got hurt. And so that's the difference. If we had done like 1 minute boxing or 1 minute Muay Thai, 100%.
Both have a headache.
I bet we both would be with a headache and get a ton of punches on the face. So just very, very safe. And it's not dangerous at all, you know, like, and it's a great exercise for your body, you know. You work your cardio, you work your muscles. It's very common, like you see like a jiu-jitsu athlete or someone who does that for a hobby, very consistent. They have a great body, they have great shape, they are always on shape, and etc. So it's an amazing thing, and if you have just started, stick with that. It's gonna change your life, I promise. And if you haven't started, think about starting. It's gonna be amazing, and you're gonna love this journey. So guys, again, we talked about that, but one of the big qualities of Jiu-Jitsu, one of the biggest things, is that it's a martial arts sport that you can train like very hard against your opponent without getting hurt. Of course, like every sport, there's a chance you can get hurt, but there is no punches, there's no kicks, so the chance that you can get hurt is very small, and you can practice hard, so that makes it fun, you know, like you get a very real sense of how the fighting is. If someone tries to fight against you, you understand what's that, because you are training that every day, so you're practicing that every day. It doesn't matter your age. You can be like 30 years old, you can be 40 years old, you can be 50 years old. Jiu-Jitsu in Brazil, it's well known as arte suave, like soft art, because it's soft, you know, like in the same time that you use your entire body, it's soft. And even I think Kai is a great example here today, because he has a black thing on his eyes. And how did he get hurt, Kai?
Sparring, mixed martial arts. So.
But mixed martial arts, it's not Jiu-Jitsu, you know, like, and in Jiu-Jitsu that doesn't happen, right?
No.
So
training for 4 years, I've only had 2 injuries, both come from sparring, stand up.
Yeah, so both on MMA, you know, like, so MMA, Muay Thai, boxing, you get punched in the face, so that can happen, you know, like, but in Jiu-Jitsu that can also happen, but it's very rare, you know, like, it's not common that someone's gonna hit you with the knee or with the elbow. So it's a very soft sport that in the same time you're gonna practice that with like high speed. You gotta put your body into it, you know, like you're gonna go hard. So it's amazing, and I think it's a great sport that, as every sport, you can get hurt, but very low chance, and it's very fun, and I truly believe it is going to change your life. In the next clip, I'm going to talk about the lifestyle of Jiu-Jitsu, that what happens with people who start Jiu-Jitsu and how it affects their lives and this and that. But I just want to make this quick note about injuries. So again, like every sport, there's a chance, but it's low, and between all martial arts might be the martial arts that have the lowest chance of getting hurt or something like that. So it's amazing. Guys, we're getting close to finish here, so I just want to give you an overview as well about the Jiu-Jitsu lifestyle. So many people talk about that, like, I love the Jiu-Jitsu lifestyle. And when they talk about this, what they mean is that, guys, this is a sport that's so engaging that once you start practicing it, you kind of like, it's a type of sport that you gotta eat healthy, you gotta sleep well, because if you don't eat healthy, you feel that when you are on the mat training. You know, like if you're the type of guy who only eats junk food and this and that, next day when you go train, you're gonna grab a training partner, you're gonna roll with him, and you're gonna remember about the junk food you ate, because it's gonna affect your conditioning. And the same thing, like if you don't sleep one night and you go do jiu-jitsu next day, you're gonna feel like tired and that, and then you're gonna roll with that guy that you normally like do very well, and you're gonna feel bad. So it's gonna affect your lifestyle. So that's why people say that jiu-jitsu changes lives, and it does. And guys, create discipline because it's the most fair sport. If you are training, if you're practicing, you will get better. If you're not training, you're not practicing, that guy who just started jiu-jitsu 2 months ago and is training every day, has the discipline and this and that, is gonna do better than you. So it engages, you create discipline, increases your healthy, your diet gets better because you think more about what you're gonna eat, what you're gonna do, and etc. So it's very common you see people that they started jiu-jitsu, they were like 300 pounds and now they're 200 or like 180. They lost 100 pounds just doing jiu-jitsu and eating healthy and that kind of stuff. So many times you practice sports and you just lift weight. You don't have that motivation to actually lose weight because you go there, you just have to grab the weight and lift as much as you can. Jiu-jitsu, you have that motivation in the back of your mind. Like, man, I gotta lose weight to make sure I roll better. I gotta lose weight to be able to execute that sweep. I gotta lose weight to be able to execute that submission. So you have that motivation to lose weight, to do diet, to eat healthier, and also like people say a lot about jiu-jitsu lifestyles because most of the jiu-jitsu practitioners that I know, 80% of his friends were made on the mat. So it's a very social sport as well because you roll with the people, you engage with them, you do techniques with them, so you make friends. And it's a very fun thing, and I think like the world would be better if everybody do jiu-jitsu. It would be a more respectful world, would be a more healthy world, and a more social world, because everybody would meet more people. Especially nowadays with computer and this and that, everybody stays all day long looking to that screen, fun and this and that. Jiu-jitsu is a great social thing that you go there, you make friends. You don't touch your phone for 2 hours, you don't touch your computer for 1 hour or whatever. So it's really gonna change your life and the world would be better if everybody did jiu-jitsu. Okay guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed and I hope it helps your journey in jiu-jitsu. I hope now you understand jiu-jitsu better. So if you have never done jiu-jitsu before, I hope now you join a jiu-jitsu school and start doing it. And if you just got started, I hope you keep going with it. And guys, my suggestion here is that you take a look on my next instruction, Foundations of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, because over there you're gonna learn all the fundamentals techniques per subject. So all those subjects that we saw here in this instructional, now with the Foundations of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, you can learn all the fundamentals techniques on each subject. And that's gonna help you a lot. And so make sure to check it out on bjjfanatics.com, Foundations of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu by Bernardo for you. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I hope you enjoy your Jiu-Jitsu journey. Os!